Libra, welcome. Come on in. Get comfy. Or whatever, Whatever makes you feel, Libra-like. Come on in. That got awkward fast. Anyway, Libra, welcome or welcome back. We're just going to do a reading for right now. This keeps coming out. You're a badass, Libra. I thought I would throw this one away, but I never did. And I think it's come out on purpose. Today and yesterday for one of the signs as well. Some of you are on a path to your highest and best self. That's what it's all about. So let's just see. What does Libra need to know right now from the tarot? Oh no. Well, we have the Wheel of Fortune, so that's good. The wheel's turning on heartbreak for some of you, which is great. Maybe you are transmuting, which is wonderful. I'm hearing like My Eyes Don't Cry No More by Stevie Wonder. Old school. King of Cups. All right, some of you might be feeling, Some of you might be feeling the love right now, or you're just feeling like you're in control of your emotions, and some of you may have actually met a water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's making you feel this way. And then, your advice is the Ten of Swords, and to me that's saying, basically, we haven't even really started the reading yet, but with the advice being the Ten of Swords, Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck, you're moving on. Like you're moving on from a cycle of heartbreak and loneliness and third-party situations. Like, for show, I just heard. Relationships for show. Like, no more of that. You're ready for something real. Hey, there you are, Libra. And for my masculines, there you are too. Empress energy can be male or female. Judgment at the bottom of the deck as the overall energy. So what that says to me is you've had a wake-up call, Libra. There has been a wake-up call. Oh my God, why am I doing an accent? And why is it French? I apologize to anyone in France who heard that. Or, any French-speaking person. But judgment is the overall energy. So it's like somebody's had a wake-up call and they're seeing, like, you know what? I know a little while ago I had where Libras were evaluating themselves and the patterns they had been through. And, like, how have I contributed to the situation is what you've been asking yourself. Is there something I need to take a step back and look at? Why am I choosing the people I've chosen so far? And so I feel like asking those questions and maybe being in hermit energy has led you to realize, I'm going to stop breaking my own heart. And I'm hearing that song, Pretty Brown Eyes. Pretty Brown Eyes. Ooh, I always mix up these two bands. It's Mint Condition or Tony. Amazing voices. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm getting lost because I love their voices. I love their talent. Anyway, though, you're letting go of the heartbreak. You're letting go of choosing people for a certain reason. Maybe you're realizing I was choosing this partner for shallow reasons, or what we had, it didn't really go beneath the surface. That's what I'm feeling for some of you guys. And it's not because you didn't want it to work or because you didn't want something deeper, but it's like you were choosing something based on a preconceived notion, based on an outdated belief, maybe based on what you thought you were supposed to have. Just, the cookie cutter. This goes with that. This is what it's supposed to be like, But that's not what was really lighting you on fire. And eventually, you realize that. And so now you're stepping into a new phase. with the King of Cups here as the focus. And with the Ten of Swords being the advice, like we said, it's like you're bored of this and you just don't have time for it anymore. You don't have time for situations that put you at a disadvantage. And just because you're a Libra and because you look out for the best outcome for everyone doesn't mean that you're going to be in hangman energy, sacrificing yourself all the time. More water energy. I feel like you're over sacrificing yourself now, Libra. You're not going to do it anymore. And you're not going to let anyone make you the villain. And I don't know why that came up, but you're not going to allow anyone to make you the villain in the situation. If you're giving your all in a situation, you don't have to feel bad that things didn't work out. You gave your all, and sometimes people are just different and it doesn't work out the way you thought it would. And it doesn't have to be because one person was some evil villain. It's because you chose each other for the wrong reasons. On the surface, it looked great. But now you're ready for the real thing. And now you could just be ready to be on your own until that real thing shows up. Like, I'm just not going to settle for less anymore. That's the energy I'm feeling. Empress as the outcome. For some of you, there could be a King of Cups who wants to come towards you. And I also feel like there could be Libra who has like some heavy Scorpio in their chart, masculine energy, who's going through this as well. But let's clarify. Wheel of Fortune. Yes. Wheel of Fortune clarified by the Ace of Swords. I was really happy when that came out. Because I feel like it's like a stamp of approval from the universe. You're in this energy right now. It's like you are taking advantage of the wheel energy. And the sword of truth has come out to support you. Like, yes, my child, you are seeing the truth of the situation. And that's what Libra is about, right? The scales holding up the justice. And because of what you're seeing, you're moving away from things that are just no longer serving you. Some of you really have been doing that work on your shadow, that hermit work, Virgo energy, that work of checking in with yourself. Like, time out. What's the common denominator here? You know, who have I been choosing in my past up to now? What do they all have in common? And, you know, what can I change about that? Or what do I need to change about that? Some, you know, reflection, careful reflection, not with malice, but with compassion for yourself, grace for yourself. Why is the Three of Swords here? The Emperor. Some of you could have been dealing with a fire sign. It could have been an Aries you were dealing with. Yeah, they may have told you the truth about something with the Judgment here. Something may have come to light about this person. So we have the Ace of Swords right next to the Emperor there. This could be about anything. It doesn't have to be about love. So whatever situation you went through where you were like, it's like some kind of veil had been lifted. Can we get one more, please, on the Three of Swords and the Emperor? Yeah, And once that veil got lifted, it came to an end. And it could have to do with something you saw online. Maybe that was like, I heard the last nail in the coffin. Last nail in the coffin, that's it. You're done now. You're like, that's it. I accept this ending. And it's not defeat, but I accept this ending. It's time to move forward. Now, what about this King of Cups? Hey, judgment call. Yeah, this is like a judgment call. So it's not just you saying a wake-up call. Like, I feel like this King of Cups energy is you waking up to your maturity. Or not that you weren't mature before, but it's like you're seeing another side of things. You're evaluating the situation in a very emotionally mature way, Libra. And that's opening a new door for you. It's like you accepting what the universe has been trying to tell you with love. Like, listen, we want better for you. We want more for you. Like, what you're holding on to is because you don't believe that we will deliver something that is meant for you. And it's like now you're kind of making that judgment call after that final nail in the coffin. You're like, that's it. I surrender now. That's it. And I feel like that's what this is bringing. Ace of Cups energy. Can I get one more on the King of Cups and the Judgment? Really? I'm still thinking about that French. I don't know where that came from. Okay. All right. King of Swords. The Sun, yeah. And with the butterflies there and the birds, that's always a sign to me of your spirit guides and your ancestors as well. It's like they've been kind of with you and waiting for you to have that judgment, that moment of awakening, and then to make that call. Like, it's time for something different. Now I see clearly the Sun. And what is this Ten of Swords doing here? May I have one more on the... Ooh, that's like half the deck. Hold on. We'll try again. Is that Ten of Swords? Yeah. Yeah, it's like connections that were not really fulfilling. Connections where at first it would seem really beautiful, and then all of a sudden the person would pull back from you. And now you're pulling back. Someone is also realizing that they held back from someone who was really good for them. But that's not your problem, because I feel you're done. Like, I feel like somebody else is realizing, I was keeping my energy away from somebody who actually was good to me and for me at the time, you know, and I pulled away from them. But I feel like for you, Libra, this is like, I'm not going to put up with this anymore. No more half-ass relationships, like just no more. I want to feel good in my relationship. I want to feel valued. I want to feel fun, passionate. I want to feel respected. I want to feel loved. Is there anything else for this Ten of Swords and this Ace of Cups? Yeah. And maybe you want somebody that you can build with financially too. Ace of Pentacles. Yep. Maybe you have someone in your sights. Or someone has you in their sights, Libra. But it's like maybe you and somebody in the past had a connection where it was really just financially based. Again, like the beginning of the reading is like surface energy. Like, this looks really good. It looks really good. And we can bank together because our aesthetic can pull in some coin, you know? But I feel like that just wasn't enough, and I feel like you're not into that. If you have like the whole package with somebody where the love is really there, you can build with them too, and it'll be something that's born from authenticity. And I feel like that's what you're wanting right now. And more than that, you're just wanting the real thing regardless. Something that's going to be really fruitful for you. And I think you'll get it. What about this Empress as the outcome? I'm hearing some interesting things right now. Yeah, this has been difficult for you, Libra. 5 of Cups energy here, but you're having a change of heart. I feel like the wake-up calls come at the right time for you with the Wheel being here at the start. 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, more fire energy. You know, it's not been a shallow victory for you. It's been one that cost you a lot of emotional work. It's been one that had you feeling like you were fighting an inner conflict. Like you're really kind of fighting with yourself at some points about the choices that you were making, it feels like. But in doing that, you learned about yourself and about the people you were choosing and about the behavior from those people that you were putting up with that you just don't need to be putting up with. See, is there any advice for my Libras? Any other advice for my Libras from the tarot about this? Three of Wands with the Six of Cups. And you're already doing it, Libra. You're leaving it behind. You're leaving it behind. What they were offering you before, it just wasn't right. Like, notice on this card. Notice how this child is looking up at what's being handed to them. It's like, okay, I guess. And now you're seeing it that way. You're having that clarity, like, that's not what I really needed. Maybe that's what I needed then, but now I see that I need something for where I am now. Three of Wands. And I'm planting those seeds. I'm planting those seeds and I'm not going to stop. Let's check in with the Rebel deck. Some of you may have recently had a child too, and you're not even going to let that affect you. If this is your new co-parenting situation, somebody you thought you were going to have a lasting relationship with, and now, you know, the relationship had to be reformed to co-parenting instead of a romantic connection, that's okay. I feel like you are not going to let that bring you down. I feel like you're like, what's best for my child? Empress energy. Emperor energy. I'm doing what's best for my child, and then I'm still going to keep going forward. Three of Wands to build for them. What does the Rebel deck have to say to my Libras? Get out of your head. Get into your heart. It misses you. And I think you're doing that. You're in the process of doing it. You need a good cry? Get the ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. And then whatever you're thinking about, don't do it. Now is not the time, so that might be something separate for you. I feel like you might want to watch the Virgo reading from last night, some of you, because I just got a hit of that energy where it's like there may be some kind of temptation, or somebody might try to play on this Five of Cups energy because they know this has been emotional labor for you. And they might try to play on that and come back towards you. Don't fall back, you know. I feel Three of Wands is the advice there, so keep going forward. Anything else from the Rebel deck for my Libras? You need some rest, Libra. Get some sleep. You're being an ass because you're fucking tired. Face to pillow now. You may or may not be being an ass, but you may need to get some rest. If you've been falling back on your everyday responsibilities and things like that, or you're just falling off your schedule a bit, it could be because you need to get a sleep schedule in place. If you can, get outside, move your ass. Your body is pissed at you. Take care of your vessel. It's the only one we get while we're here. At least now, you know, science is changing every day. But take care of your bodies, my friends. That's what I have for you, Libra. I hope this has been helpful to somebody. And I'll be back very soon with another for you. Bye.